And if you are a guardian of Earth, then you're the kind of person that has compassion for those that don't yet have the heart to feel what is going on. They don't have the eyes to see the truth. They are not yet awake, Neo. Warriors of light, alchemists of love, guardians of Earth. You have a responsibility to shine your brightest, to stand your tallest, and to make your voice be heard, to get the message out there that enough is enough, and it is time for you as a guardian of Earth to acknowledge yourself, to stand in your power, and to show the world that you were not here to let this madness go on and continue, but you were here to make the world a better place. How do you know that when you came to this planet, you were born to be a guardian of Earth? Now, I was talking to somebody earlier, and she said to me that, hey, Drew, everybody's a guardian of Earth, aren't they? And I was like, not yet. The potential is there. We, as the human expression of that which made us, has the potential to be a guardian of this Earth, because we are we've got the most incredible instrument on which to navigate this planet. This body, this supersonic spaceship, is magnificent. Whereas we are not the best swimmers, we're not the best climbers, we're not the fastest runners, we're not the strongest, but we can do it all. We can flip, twist, twirl, crouch, duck, climb, swim, go out into space, go to the very depths of the ocean. And that's because we have this incredible body and mind. And because of that, because we have that, and we have these higher faculties that the animals don't have, the plants don't have, doesn't make us better than them, doesn't make us more important than them. They're just as vital and as significant as we are, but they do not have these higher faculties. They can't reason, they don't have imagination, they don't have will. And so, because we have these higher faculties in this supersonic spaceship, we are here for a reason, and we have a responsibility to be guardians of this planet, protectors of the realm, to stand up for what is right and for what matters. So how do you know that you are a guardian of this Earth? Because the person that is going and turning the cogs on the corporate machine, they haven't woken up yet. Their time may come, their time probably will come, maybe, maybe not. There's a split happening right now between 3D and 5D. Many people are going to continue to live in the tight-fisted 3D world like this. Don't say a word, don't challenge the narrative. Keep on making those cogs turn so that tower gets bigger and bigger and bigger with a big fat cat on the top, and they're going to go on. It's not their time yet. And we have compassion for those people. And if you are a guardian of Earth, then you're the kind of person that has compassion for those that don't yet have the heart to feel what is going on. They don't have the eyes to see the truth. They are not yet awake, Neo. So if you're the kind of person that can remain in a state of love and compassion, despite the madness, despite people's different opinions, even when you don't agree with what they feel is the truth that's being fed to them, even if you have an alternative perspective, and you instead of just taking it for face value, what's presented to you, you use your higher faculty of intuition. And you don't just read the words or watch the news reader. You look at them and you say, does this feel right? Does this sit well with me? When someone's talking to you on the train, outside in the park, you don't just go, yeah, and agree with everything that you hear. You listen with an open heart. You're compassionate. You don't have to call them out and say, I don't believe in that, because that's just the ego talking. No. You listen and you feel. You don't think, you feel, like Bruce Lee said, don't think, feel. And he's right. So if you're a guardian of Earth, a sign is that you feel into situations, you tap into your intuition. You don't just take things for face value, you look at them critically. But you don't think about it too much, you don't overanalyze, you go, no, I can sense the truth. And I'm gonna walk this way whilst you walk that way, and it's okay. I love you all the same. I know that you're not ready yet to wake up. You haven't had enough experiences. Maybe your soul has more lessons to learn. But my soul, it's on a different path right now. It's on a different journey. Another way to know that you are a guardian of Earth, a protector of the realm, an alchemist of love, a warrior of light, is that you have an affinity with nature. You have such a strong connection to Mother Gaia that you love to be out in the woods, on the beach, in the park. You feel at home there, you feel at ease, you feel peaceful. I remember when I was at university and we're all partying, we're all drinking, we're all doing all that stuff, and I'd go and hang out with some friends in the room and they'd be playing computer games, and it'd be a beautiful sunny day outside and they would close the curtains. I'd be like, what? I'd be like, you know, why are we closing out the sun? Why are we blocking out the sun? And it never sat right with me. I wanted to be outside, running around the trees, playing games, playing tag, being like a child. And if you're that person, if you know that we need that sun on our skins, you want to get barefoot on the sand at the beach, you're the kind of person that'll jump in the ocean even when it's cold, then you have a strong connection to Mother Nature. You know that you are an earthling, that you are one of the entire totality of this cosmos and this planet. You're connected to everything. You understand that there's a synchronistic connection to every single thing in this universe, and you care about it. You don't believe the story that you're fed, that you're insignificant, that you don't matter, that this is all just by chance, and when you die, you're done, you're dust. You don't believe that story. You know that we don't die, that energy cannot be made or destroyed, that it is eternal, it is infinite, and that we just move from one realm to another. We don't pass away, we pass on. We go somewhere else, we become something else, we have a new reality, a new perspective, a new experience, and that experience ultimately never ends, because you are that which made is all. You are life itself, creation itself, which is love, because love is all there ever is, all there can ever be, and all there ever will be. And you are that. So you know you are a guardian of this earth when you care deeply, when you are connected to the environment, to nature. What's another way that you know that you are a guardian of Earth? It is that you not only feel a connection to Mother Gaia, but you are proud and willing to protect her. When you hear that the forests are burning, when you hear that the oceans have been acidified, when you learn that 50 to 100 billion animals are slaughtered every single year, it hurts. You feel it in your heart, because you know you're connected to everything else. And even though it hurts, you won't fold. You won't just accept it. You don't just turn a blind eye. You say, no, I am here to protect the oceans, the skies, the forests, the animals. I am here to protect them because I know that I am them, and I will be heard. I will put out my work. I create art, music. I write poems. I go to talks. I get into deep conversations with people. I make videos to share that we are all in this together. And that is another way that you know that you are a guardian of Earth. You recognize and acknowledge that we are all in this together, baby. There is no separation. You know that this idea of a separate self is just the consequence of a dysfunctional mind, which in my opinion is the result of stepping way out from nature, stepping so far away from nature that we've forgotten who and what we are. And what we are is an electromagnetic, infinite, magnificent, spiritual being having a human experience right now in this moment. And when you reconnect to the earth, you remember that you're not better than the ant. You are the ant. That the trees, we don't cut them down so that we can turn them into buildings, into chairs and tables. No, because you are the tree. And when we bleed the same, right? When we bleed, we all bleed the same. So you recognize this, you know that we are in this together and you are not having it. You stand with your love and vibrancy. You don't go out there fighting like this. I understand some people have got frustration, they're angry. They've had enough. I know how that feels. But fierceness doesn't mean that you have to go and fight fire with fire. Fierceness just means that you stand strong. You make a stand and you say that I see the darkness. I see you. And you are nothing. You are nothing compared to this light, to this brightness, this love. And that love, that brightness, that light will furiously blind the darkness and shine so bright that there's nothing left but love and light, baby. So, if you think and suspect that you are a guardian of this earth, a warrior of light, an alchemist of love, then what can you do to really learn to tap in to your higher faculties, to share the medicine that is on your heart more effectively and more powerfully? The first thing you can do is learn to love not everything else, but yourself first. Because you see, if you're putting everything and everyone else before you take care of yourself, then you can't help anybody. Because if you're drowning, if you're out at sea and you're drowning, how can you help others get onto the shore? You need to be on the shore saying, come this way, come this way. I built a boat. And you sail out to them and you pull them on the boat and you take them ashore and you help them. And it starts by helping yourself, because you cannot build a boat if you don't love yourself first. So how do you love yourself? Well, I am loving myself right now. I am on day 6 of a juice feast. What's a juice feast? A juice feast is where you have an abundance of freshly juiced fruits and vegetables. Not smoothies where the fiber's intact, and smoothies are great. I recommend everybody replace their breakfast with a smoothie. But if you want to take the quick route, the supersonic route, the most effective route to healing and regenerating and cleansing every single cell in your body, and you're made up of 100 trillion cells, then you've got to start loving yourself. And juicing is one powerful way to love yourself. And so my experiences so far have been incredible. I've juiced before. I'm in this game. I coach people to wellness and health. I run programs and groups that support people through journeys where they regenerate and cleanse their bodies. So I've been around the block. I've been in this game for a long time. But still, every time that I go on a juice feast, woo! We just go to new levels, baby. And this one is the most powerful yet. I'm on day 6. I'm sleeping like a baby. I'm going to the bathroom like you wouldn't know what. I'm full of energy. I'm alive. I feel calm, connected to Mother Earth. But here's the thing. if you're thinking about doing something like this and you're following this journey, because I'm documenting it every single day for the next 30 days at least, then things are going to come up. And what came up for me yesterday was that there was a moment when I was with a friend. We were out in nature and I felt this powerful anger and tension come up when we were in a conversation about something, and I snapped at my friend. And it was rage. It was powerful rage. It lasted for a second, but it was violent rage. And afterwards, I was like, "Whoa, what was that?" And what it was is that the juices that I'm making are predominantly vegetable juices, very low on sugar. And I know that because I am not so hooked up, jacked up on sugar like most of us are, because it's everywhere. It's the most addictive drug out there, then I'm having withdrawal symptoms. Now, it was only for a split second, but it was strong. And that is the parasites, the pathogens, the bacteria, the viruses that live off that junky sugar stuff. Even if it's fruit sugar, we can be addicted to fruit sugar too. There are a lot of fruitarians out there fading away with erratic energies, and they think that's the way, but it's not. We've got to get off the sugar first before we reintroduce the sugar in a way in which our bodies can handle it, and they don't have blood sugars flying all over the show, and they don't have these parasites that are screaming for the sugar. And that's what's happening to me. They're screaming out, saying, "Feed me," because they're made of that sugar, of all that junky stuff. And so when you cut it off, you know, what happens when alcoholics don't get they don't get their drink, or heroin addicts don't get their hit, then they can become aggressive, violent, or depressed, down and out, whatever. But in my case, that's how it came up. So if you're thinking about doing something like this, just be prepared. I'm giving tips every single day about the things that are coming up to prepare you for when you do a juice feast. And a juice feast is where you have an abundance of juice, 4 to 6 liters a day, so you have all the calories, so you have all the energy, so you can fully hydrate the body and cleanse out the serpent that's inside, the mucoid plaque, the cesspool, all that stuff that's been stored there for years and years and years. You need an abundance of juice to be able to get that out. You go on a fast, it ain't going to happen. You're going to be low on energy. You will not remove the old toxins, the old mucoid plaque, the mineral plaque, the protein plaque, that's all stuck there in the brain, in the intestines. You can't remove it unless you go on a juice feast. So I'm leaving advice and tips on that every single day. Follow along, follow the journey. But at the same time, remember that this game that we're all playing, it's a game of life and death, baby. It's real, it matters. And if you are a guardian of Earth, then you know that we truly are all in this together.